Hi everyone. In 1921, a railway contractor in the Punjab region of India stumbled upon a peculiar sight. A colleague was digging a foundation and unearthed strange baked bricks in rows, followed by the faint imprint of a street. Soon, archaeologists descended upon the site, revealing one of history's most astonishing secrets, a city of unparalleled sophistication in South Asia, dating back over 4,000 years. Over the next decade, more sites were uncovered, shaping our understanding of humanity's past. It was a revelation that reshaped prehistory, redefining what we thought was possible in those ancient times. Imagine being around in those days. As news spread about these incredible discoveries, people likely flocked to see them. Scholars argued and debated, trying to make sense of this advanced civilization that had come out of nowhere. Each artifact was like a new revelation, rewriting the history books. Let's step back in time to the year 1920, where our story begins. The discovery of the century was made by Sir John Marshall, an esteemed British archaeologist. He was investigating Harappa, an enigmatic archaeological site in what is now Pakistan. Amidst the ruins, he uncovered a small object that turned out to be pivotal, a cylindrical seal. On its surface, a strange script, a precursor to deciphering their language. But this was only the start. Around the same time, another significant site was unearthed, Mohenjo-daro. This civilization wasn't just any society. It boasted advancements unheard of in its era. For instance, the residents of these cities were among the earliest to use indoor plumbing. Each house was equipped with a bathroom complete with a flush toilet. And the waste didn't just disappear. It was channeled through an extensive network of covered drains to a central sewage system outside the city walls. This ingenious design not only kept the city clean, but also prevented contamination of the drinking water supply. So what made this remarkable feat possible? Bricks. They were the backbone of these cities. The bricks used were standardized, uniformly sized blocks made from kiln-dried clay. This attention to detail extended to the city's layout. Main thoroughfares were designed to intersect at perfect right angles, making navigation easier. Smaller lanes were typically 3 to 4 meters wide, while major roads were planned to be 6 meters wide, showcasing an incredible sense of civic engineering. It's hard to fathom how these blueprints were created. Did they employ tools like the compass? How did they align their structures so precisely without modern instruments? The answers are lost to time. But the Indus Valley civilization didn't just excel in infrastructure, it was also a hub of commerce. Evidence suggests they traded extensively with Mesopotamia. Goods like precious stones, ivory, and metals changed hands across vast distances, indicating a sophisticated trade network. Their trading ships likely braved the Arabian Sea, carrying goods to distant lands. The civilization even had its own currency. Weighing scales were crucial for maintaining fair trade. Each scale pan was stamped with a standard weight, ensuring accuracy in transactions. And let's not forget their weights and measures. They devised a system that closely resembles the modern metric system. They used a decimal system based on the number 10. Imagine explaining that to someone who grew up with the imperial system. It's a testament to their advanced thinking. Now, you might be wondering why we haven't heard more about them. Well, it's because they refused to leave behind one key element of history, their writing. They etched symbols onto seals, pottery, and tablets, but they never left behind a Rosetta Stone. And without a direct translation, we can only speculate about their culture, economy, and society. We don't even know what they called themselves. Historians often refer to them as the Indus Valley Civilization. It's a broad term encompassing several related cultures across a vast area. The common thread is their shared way of life, sophisticated urban planning, and advanced technologies. They weren't just builders and traders. They had a profound understanding of astronomy. Alignments of structures suggest they tracked celestial bodies. They may have developed calendars to predict seasons and plan agricultural activities. And their seals are adorned with celestial motifs hinting at their fascination with the cosmos. Yet for all their advancements, we can't ignore the elephant in the room, their sudden disappearance. The decline of the Indus Valley civilization is a mystery. Around 1900 BC, changes began to occur. Major cities were abandoned, trade networks diminished, and rural settlements became smaller. Some scholars attribute this transformation to climate change. Theories propose that shifts in monsoon patterns led to droughts, impacting agriculture and causing societal stress. This aligns with findings from the dry northwest region of India, indicating prolonged periods without rain. Could this environmental shift have triggered their downfall, or was there more to their disappearance? Migration is another intriguing explanation. Around 1700 BC, pastoralist groups from Central Asia entered India, bringing new cultural elements. Did the Indus people migrate to escape these influences, or were they absorbed into the new cultures? Yet another theory points to natural disasters. Earthquakes and floods could have devastated the landscape, altering river courses and damaging infrastructure. It's plausible that such events could have disrupted their way of life, leading to abandonment of cities. But what makes this period even more perplexing is the lack of evidence for warfare or foreign invasion. Unlike the Egyptians, Romans, or Mayans, the Indus Valley saw no dramatic end, no battles, no conquerors. It's as if they quietly faded away. What truly makes the Indus Valley civilization exceptional is how little we know about them. We haven't discovered a grand palace or monumental tomb suggesting absolute rulers. Instead, evidence points to egalitarian societies with no rigid hierarchy. It's as if they valued equality over hierarchy. They constructed well-planned cities without imposing strict social orders. Sounds utopian, right? While this is speculative, this egalitarianism is evident in their architecture. Uniform bricks and streets suggest a focus on collective good over individual grandeur. There's no visible evidence of a ruling class imposing their dominance through architecture. They preferred subtlety, leaving us with more questions than answers. So why did this advanced civilization seemingly vanish into thin air? What caused their downfall, or was it simply a gradual decline? What led to the abandonment of their meticulously planned cities? Was it ecological change, migration, natural disaster, or something else entirely? The Indus people remain shrouded in mystery. They neither left behind monumental rulers nor inscribed their epic tales on grand monuments. Their legacy is buried beneath layers of time, leaving us to piece together their story from fragmented artifacts. Now, imagine for a moment if their script could be deciphered. If we could read their seals and tablets, what revelations would come to light? Would we uncover a utopian society that transcended social boundaries? Or would we find evidence of conflicts and struggles we've overlooked? The possibility of uncovering their written history is both exciting and daunting. It's the equivalent of finding an ancient iPhone with 4,000 years of lost history stored in its memory. But until then, we're left navigating their legacy through fragmented artifacts, trying to understand their brilliance without the benefit of their narrative. While we ponder these questions, it's essential to remember that history is rarely as straightforward as it seems. The Indus Valley civilization serves as a powerful reminder of that. They achieved remarkable feats, yet their story is incomplete. They crafted ingenious urban plans, mastered sanitation, and delved into astronomy. Yet their voice remains silent in the pages of history. Perhaps their greatest legacy isn't in their artifacts, but in the questions they leave unanswered. As we continue to unearth their secrets, we're also reminded of our own fragility. Even the most advanced civilizations aren't invincible. The Indus people faced challenges that forced them to abandon their cities and adapt or migrate. Climate change, resource depletion, or ecological shifts played a role in their transformation. It's a sobering lesson for us today. As we navigate our own environmental challenges, their story urges us to consider the fragility of even the most sophisticated societies. The Indus Valley civilization isn't just an ancient mystery. It's a mirror reflecting our own time. It challenges us to appreciate the complexities of history and the environment. They dreamed of futuristic cities, mastered sustainable living, and understood the rhythms of the cosmos. Yet their very ingenuity couldn't shield them from the unexpected turns of history. Maybe that's their most profound lesson for us. In a world that prizes progress and innovation, it's easy to assume that advancement always leads to security. But the Indus Valley reminds us that even the brightest minds can't escape the twists and turns of fate. Their story is an ode to resilience, a tribute to the human spirit that strives for progress and adapts to life's uncertainties. It's a legacy that echoes through time, urging us to innovate, adapt, and above all, to keep searching for answers amidst life's enigmas. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and join us next week as we explore the mysterious sea people. Their impact on history is undeniable. But who were they really? Until then, stay curious,